Chandler GAV19T is an all-tube 19-watt guitar amp inspired by vintage English amplifiers such as Selmer, Watkins, Marshall, and Vox. While the GAV19T borrows tones from these classics, its heart is comprised of highly modified vintage and entirely new circuits developed by Chandler Limited. Designed by Wade Chandler Goki and released in 2012, the GAV19T has quickly become a go-to studio and stage amp for guitarists worldwide. Now Brainworx, using advanced circuit modeling techniques, has faithfully recreated this versatile all-tube tone monster into a plug-in for the UAD platform.
I guess the GAV came about because I wanted an amp that sounded like I wanted an amp to sound. Essentially, it's inspired by a lot of vintage old amps, like a lot of our equipment is, retro inspired. And I just wanted to take some little pieces of those amps and kind of wrap it together with how I hear things and some of my own types of circuits and go from there.
What I like about this amp is its ability to give me a good kind of country blues tone, and it's got some clean headroom for only a 20-watt amp, and all the way up to maybe some AC/DC tones. It's given me a wide variety of all that.
The bias control affects only the preamp tube, allowing it to run hotter or colder, which alters the distortion characteristics, the sustain, and the frequency response, yielding tones ranging from smooth and round to aggressive and in your face.
The bias feature came about from wanting it to be able to sound different in different situations. And you start looking at other circuits, you see, well, a Marshall's biased this way, a Selmer's biased this way. And I wanted to be able to treat the preamp section differently from the power amp section.
The drive control section is an all-tube boost or overdrive circuit which affects only the power amp section. There are 4 different settings: treble boost, thick, which is a full range boost, aggressive, which boosts the high mids, and mids, which boosts the lower mid-range.
I really like the drive controls on this amp in the sense that they're just hitting the power section. And my favorite is the treble boost setting, which is kind of like an AC-15. And when you click it all the way to the right, you get more of a 20-watt Marshall type of flavor.
The plug-in version of the GAV19T places this amazing tonal palette right inside your digital audio workstation.
It's really great having the actual amp at my studio, but I will say the plug-in, with all the great modeling that Brainworx has done, it just cuts all the time out of having to have microphones and preamps and a nice sounding room. It's all done for you, and in 5 or 10 minutes you're up and recording, and there's no interruption in your creativity and the music flow.
The GAV19T plugin provides over 70 impulse responses, which combine different speaker cabinets with a cream of the crop selection of microphones, mic pre's, EQs, and other outboard gear in a variety of settings and positions. The GAV19T plugin has additional features like a noise gate, vintage delay, and a power soak. Whether you're using it for mixing with your UAD card or recording in real time with your Apollo interface, the Chandler GAV19T plugin brings the all-tube sound of this unique amplifier right to your desktop.
The Apollo Twin and the Chandler are really working well together. It really feels like you're plugging into an amp, and each guitar keeps its own character.
This VST, audio units, RTAS, and AAX compatible plugin runs in a fully functioning demo mode for 14 days, during which it can be purchased directly from the UA online store. The Chandler GAV19T plugin's combination of the classic sound of beloved British tube amps with innovative voicing controls make this an incredibly flexible guitar amp emulation that will enable you to get fantastic guitar sounds quickly and easily. Available on the UAD platform.